As I fly an ILS Approach at Walla Walla, Washington, enjoy views of the Palouse, the rolling hills in southeast Washington and Oregon formed over millennia from wind-blown sediment. The farmers who raise wheat and other crops in this region practice contour farming, which creates endless swirling patterns on the ground. I took advantage of good weather across the Cascades to exercise the A36 and compare Garmin SmartCharts and ForeFlight dynamic procedures on a typical IFR cross-country flight. My usual route east from Seattle is via Victor 2 to Ellensburg, and then either farther east or southeast, as on this day. As you'll see, ATC wasn't busy on a Sunday morning in August, and I was cleared from east of Ellensburg direct to Walla Walla. After the handoff from Seattle Center to Spokane Approach, and while still cruising at 11,000 feet and some 60 miles out, I requested and was cleared for the ILS runway 20 at Walla Walla via the BUTOC initial fix. I took advantage of the GTN 750XI, G500TXI, and GFC 600 autopilot in my panel, and flew a VNAV descent to meet crossing restrictions, and then seamlessly intercept the localizer and glide slope for the ILS.
Okay, we are level at 1,000, just east of Ellensburg, about to cross the Columbia River, heading toward the Phoebus intersection, and then we'll turn southeast toward Pasco en route to Walla Walla. And it's a good VFR day out here, as you can see.
Number 525 Delta Lima, clear direct Vancouver, VOR.
But I'll plan to do the ILS runway 20 just for practice as we get in a little bit closer. I've loaded the SmartChart and Garmin Pilot, which helps me get things set up here. I'm going to go ahead and load that approach into the flight plan. I've selected BUTOC as the transition for now. That's good. That puts the ILS frequency up there. I've got the radio pretty well set up for this phase. We'll double check them as we get a little closer in. For the brief, it's 111.7, so that is standing by. Final approach course is 202. We cross the...
Citation 525 Delta Lima, contact Seattle Center 119.22.
Final approach fix at 3,200, going down to 13. 1394 for the minimum. Oops.
November 1546 Foxtrot, clear direct Walla Walla, VOR.
Direct Walla Walla VOR. Thank you, 46 Foxtrot. All right. So we've got the minimum set now, 1394. An RVR of 1800. We have a PAPI and we have approach lights with a rabbit. We have 6,000 feet, 6,500 feet of landing, a runway available. And the touchdown elevation is basically 1,200 feet. The missed approach is a climb straight ahead to 1,800, then a climbing right turn, 4,000, direct to the Walla Walla VOR. And then to go hold at Bacon, which is out to the northwest of the airport. And I have the profile view up showing. So there's really no big issues at the moment. We'll check back in when we're a little closer.
Number 1546 Foxtrot, contact Spokane Approach 128.75.
128.75, 46 Foxtrot. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Spokane Approach, Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot level, 1000.
1546 Foxtrot, Spokane Approach, good morning. Say approach request into Walla Walla, and how that set will terminate.
Okay, just for practice today, we'd like to do the ILS 20 full stop, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot.
Roger, did you want to direct to a certain fix, or do you want vectors?
We go to BUTOC.
For 46 Foxtrot, clear direct BUTOC.
Direct BUTOC 46 Foxtrot.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, Walla Walla, Washington. Automated weather observation 1553 Zulu. Wind 190 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition broken 8000. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 11 Celsius. Altimeter 3004. Remarks. Density altitude 2000.
Approach Bonanza 46 Foxtrot. We have the 1 minute weather at Walla Walla.
For 46 Foxtrot, roger that. Indian cross, BUTOC at or above 6,000, cleared for the ILS runway 20 approach to Walla Walla.
BUTOC at or above 6,000, cleared the ILS 20 Walla Walla, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot. Get this organized then. And BUTOC at above 6, CASA at 32. Okay, I've got that set up now. In the box. So we are going to BUTOC. We're direct BUTOC. Cross it at above 6. I've just made it a 6,000 foot restriction. I've activated the path, set the altitude at 32, which is our intercept altitude at the final approach fix. I'll go ahead and set the VOR up here, and we'll set the ILS up there. We're still pretty far out. We'll get that organized so that we can auto-sequence and identify the localizers as we get closer in. We've already pretty much briefed this up. The briefing tab on the SmartCharts is really easy to use. It's showing all the information in a logical format, and we've already set all that up. It's good weather down there. There is a layer at 8,000, but it shouldn't be a factor. And I'm going to, since we're already talking to this guy, I'm going to go ahead and put power frequency in standby. Here's the comparable presentation in ForeFlight with their dynamic procedures. So I have the briefing sidebar up. Again, all the information is in the same logical sequence, although it's a little bit harder, I think, to see the missed approach information. It's just a text line. It's not graphical as it is in SmartCharts. But we have the correct sequence of waypoints and the altitudes. Just as we already briefed. What we didn't do is set the minimums. Let's go in and do that.
With your Mike, roger that. 3 change approved, and it looks like there's one aircraft in the pattern there, short on short final runway 19, I think.
And we can either show the chart. Probably what I would do.
Thank you.
I would probably, if I'm using dynamic procedures, I would go ahead and keep using the chart just because that's what I'm more used to.
First Sky 73, Tango is ready to leave the holes to do the arc for the VOR T1 right.
Right, Sierra Tango, roger that. Proceed as requested. Just report established inbound. How will that approach terminate?
It will be a full stop, 732 Tango.
Roger.
Again, just I would normally have the chart up just because that's how I've normally flown charts for many years, and I think it makes it a little bit easier for me to look up information as needed. Maybe with
Yellow Birch, this is Skylane November 121. Mike is with you at 9,500.
121, Mike, Spokane Approach, Tri-Cities altimeter 3001.
3001 for 21 Mike.
Altimeters are set, 3004. That's probably how I'd show it if I were flying the approach in using ForeFlight dynamic procedures. On 20 miles to top of descent, we're about 1.6 minutes from BUTOC.
Okay, for 46 Foxtrot, you can cross BUTOC at about 5,000 now, still clear for the approach.
Okay, and BUTOC at about 5,000 now, still clear for the approach, coming in 46 Foxtrot. Okay, vertical tracks enunciated, that mode is armed. We're also cleared for the approach.
Number 24 November, I do have another aircraft coming in from the west. We just maintain max forward speed as long as practical distance ultimate.
Max forward speed, 124 November.
So now we have glide slope is also armed and localizer is armed.
Spokane Approach, we're established for that VOR runway 2 and right. That's this year, Tango.
Right, sir. Tango clear VOR runway 2 and right, approach into Tri-Cities.
Clear for the VOR 2 and right into Tri-Cities, 732 Tango.
I'm just going to set the power to about 18 inches. I'll leave it there, maintain that as we descend now. And then the 46 Fox, that's leaving 1000.
Got it.
I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to the left tank. Landing light will come on. We'll turn the pitot heat on for a little while just because we're going to go through a layer here. Otherwise, all the other lights are on except the taxi light. Altimeters are set. We brief the approach. Everything's loaded up. So it's just the final landing items. We'll plan to fly the approach as we normally do. Standard American Bonanza Society config. So it'll be about 17 inches of manifold pressure. When we're level, that'll give us about 125 knots, and then approach flaps as we get established. Then 110 knots, and gear down at the final approach fix, glide slope intercept, all the way down. And because the weather's good underneath, we'll just maintain that until about a 2-mile final will slow down for the landing. We'll be exiting left to the transient ramp. So we're just inside the MSA ring. About 7 minutes from BUTOC, about to enter the clouds here. About just under about 18 miles to BUTOC, 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
Spokane Approach, Bonanza 1824 November, established our hands on my 20 Walla Walla. Practice VFR conditions.
And for 24 November, you're clear for the RNAV runway 20 approach to Walla Walla and maintain VFR.
Third RNAV GPS, runway 20, remain at VFR, 1824 November.
And for 333 Kilo, Spokane Approach, you're still below my radar constraint. Flight to 392, did you also check on? Flight to 392, I'm dead. Flight to 392, radar contact, 4 miles southwest of Palouse.
Airport's basically off our right wing, but we're still got a layer to go through. Can't see it yet. Okay, it's going to be a heading of 117 after BUTOC. There's the localizer preview. Inbound course is correct. And the glide slope preview is starting to show up, but we're still, of course, way above that. We're about 2 minutes and 45 seconds from BUTOC, with about 1,500 feet to go. We're doing 168 knots over the ground, with a bit of a slight tailwind component. Blue Mountains out ahead. Just about a minute and a half to BUTOC and the turn.
After 3 kilo, go ahead. For 3 kilo, maintain 8,000. Do you want that as a final?
And we're about 30 seconds. Here's our turn in 10 seconds. Leveling at 5,000. Here's our turn. The heading leg. Next altitude's 4,600. Got rear row. Glide path previews coming in. And about coming up on 30 seconds to the intercept. There's our next descent. I'll leave the airplane clean for now. Got a long final here. We're stabilized. Waiting on the prop. There's no need to push it forward yet. Intercept. Turning to 202 degrees. We're still getting magenta lines because the final approach fix isn't active, but we're getting guidance to join the final. Here comes the preview of the localizer centering up nicely. And now we're going to start a descent. We've got to go down 4,600.
Spokane Approach, good morning, 19859er at 5,000
Bit of a headwind, just a slight crosswind component. About 6 knots up here. From the right. Airport's in sight.
Spokane departure, Bonanza 1824 number.
Push the mixture up.
And I'm sorry, last minute, is that 4-6 Foxtrot calling, or is that somebody else?
Bonanza 1824 number, just off Walla Walla VFR back to Lewiston. Not sure if we're still with you or not.
For 1824 November, not showing you on the code anymore, and you're just looking for flight following to Lewiston.
Yeah, sure. For 1824 November, if available.
After 46 Foxtrot, radar service terminated and contact Walla Walla Tower 18.5.
Switching. Thanks for your help this morning, 46 Foxtrot.
Okay.
Morning, Walla Walla Tower, Bonanza, 46 Foxtrot. It's about 4 miles from Cascades.
Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot, Walla Walla Tower, continue inbound, report a 5 mile final, runway 20.
Report a 5 mile final, runway 20, Bonanza, 46 Foxtrot.
Walla Walla Tower, Cessna 5739 Charlie, holding short, runway 20 for a southwest departure.
Tower 5739 Charlie, Walla Walla Tower, runway 20, cleared for takeoff, on course approved.
Go ahead and put approach flaps out.
Clear for takeoff, runway 20, 5739 Charlie.
Each checks approach flaps.
Number 29er Echo, contact departure.
Going to departure 29er Echo. Thanks for your help today.
Come
See
back,
ya.
we switch to green needles. We're now about 30 seconds from Cascades. .200 feet to go. Glide slope capture, speed checks, gear coming down, taxi light on. A re-green. Let everything stabilize. I'm going to go ahead and push the prop up to 25 now. It's a set for the miss. Okay, approach last mixture switch, prop is set. Power is set. We'll capture about 110 knots down final. And we're going to go ahead and set 4,000 for the miss. Tower Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, 5 mile final, runway 20.
Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, runway 20, cleared for correction, clear to wind.
Clear to land, runway 20, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot. Put the ground control frequency in, confirming 3 green. Power is set. We are tracking. About a 15 knot headwind, slight crosswind component. Now from the left. 5 knots. Autopilot yaw damper coming off. We'll leave the flight director on. We'll hand fly for now with the flight director. Okay, we're approach flaps 3 green. 3 mile final. Clear to land. We're on the profile. Slightly right. Correcting. On glide path, on center line. 5 knots slower. Off final. About 500 to go, or 400 to go. On center line, on glide path, on speed. now for the slow down for the landing. Power back to about 15. Flight director, yaw damper, autopilot can go away. Full flaps. 3 green. Winds are dying off. On the visual glide path. We're landing 3 green. Knots over the fence.